Uh, I am laughing. I am laughing. I'm having a hard time with my plugging into my Facebook. Um, there is just my internet's going a little bit slow. That's all it is. Hold on here. I'm just trying to get all logged in. Let's see. What do you guys? Okay, I see. Oh, I see AVA in here. See Max Lab. I see Roy, Sienna, Aaron, Lucas. Oh, you got your cup? Oh, chipped. Okay, I'm sorry. Um, I'm laughing about this one. Uh, what is it? Why does Facebook always got to be difficult? Always. It's always, out of all the social media, it's always difficult. I'm even up on Instagram tonight. Instagram is doing okay. I'll get into all that with John. This is not going to be. Yeah, it's because it's Facebook. Facebook is always an issue. It's going to make me go through all the steps. Oh, man. So you guys are going to have to bear with me. Here's the thing. I didn't have a whole lot planned for tonight, so it's not like you guys are going to, be missing out on a whole bunch of stuff with me doing this. And I'll tell you, I cannot wait for the day where Facebook just takes away my account. There. Because I get tired of dealing with it. Oh my God. Wait. It's and Facebook owns Instagram. Normally Instagram is the worst. And yes, normally Instagram is the worst. I gotta go to my phone. Yes, it is me. Because I don't I don't allow my thing to remember cookies and stuff like that. So every single time I have to go to the phone app and update it there. Okay. Cup shipped. Yeah, if Levy County, Florida is the place, if you want to commit a felony, commit it there because they're not going to prosecute. And what's funny is Kimberlyn Byers, really? Don't post my bullshit here. Okay. Hey, we know about your drug offense, lady. We know about it. Don't tell me what to do. Do not tell me what to do. Kimberlyn Byers, for those of you who don't know, has a drug offense. She's been in trouble with the law. So yeah, don't come in here trying to tell me what I can and can't do. Um, and here's the thing, like I know a lot of you guys get very frustrated with me about uh I'm gonna I'm gonna see if Secret Squirrel wants to jump in here. Let me let me send him a link, see if he wants to come in. Um and I'm not going to get into all the documents and stuff tonight. I'm going to get into those tomorrow, just because it's already late. I had a long day today, um, but uh, well, oh, okay, I see what that was. I thought it was. So I'm not going to get into all the stuff here, but I'll talk a little bit about Wes and John. Now, before bring the guest in, I never put faith in the Levy County Sheriff or the Levy County DA. They've shown their corruption. I was never worried about that. I've always been the one saying, no, it's going to be Ohio. There's going to end up. They keep breaking the civil protection order because John and Lynette don't learn. Uh, and Levy County just keeps letting them get away with it. But Ohio has never let them get away with it. It's an Ohio CPO. What's eventually they're so they broke it once. We're waiting any day now. We could get the verdict in the second contempt of court. Now they're not going to go to jail over this second contempt. It'll most likely be a fine and even more sanctions and stuff like that. But Jeremy's already said he's got the other stuff. He's going for a third contempt, and with that one, he's going to be successful, and he'll be able to take all these 911 calls that she has about him complaining about all the different things. He'll be able to use those. Like, that's where she's dumb. And this is why, I've said so many times on here, when you're in a hole, stop digging. Stop digging. But, she has a mental illness. I haven't heard anything from John since he got out of jail. So hopefully he's maintaining his sobriety. I really do hope that, because that would be, if he is going to AA meetings and he is keeping himself clean, that he could actually walk away from some of this stuff. He could be like, Your Honor, I did a lot of that stuff, and when I did it, I was an alcoholic. I am now, currently sober. My plan is to stay sober, and the judge would probably grant him leniency. That's the thing about addicts. The court, um, the court will give you plenty of times, to they're on their third shot for contempt of court because they were found guilty of cyber stalking, so that's why the CPO was put in. Then they were found guilty of uh, contempt of court. Now they're likely to be found guilty again. So that's three judgments against them, and it'll be the fourth where uh, she blames Jeremy for car warranty scam. That's funny. I wouldn't be surprised. Did she do that? I wouldn't be surprised. Uh, but this just if he's sober, he'll be able to walk away from this. I'll say that. They will still go to federal court, and it'll be money. He could declare bankruptcy. He can't get away from the court judgment by declaring bankruptcy, but he could declare bankruptcy and try to rebuild his life. I don't know if he relapses with alcohol. No, it'll be a problem. What do you think I'm making up, Kathy? What do you think I'm making up? I mean, it's a fact that there's a CPO. It's a fact that they've been found in contempt. I mean, I don't think they're not going to be found contempt. I don't think they're going to be acquitted this time. We're waiting for the judgment any day. Uh, so I mean, if you think he's gonna, if you think the Ohio judge is gonna find him not guilty, Kathy, okay, okay, we'll see. I I'm not betting my farm on it. Um, but yeah, all this stuff with Levy County. I mean, the moment they didn't do anything when he pulled the gun on Jeremy the first time, they had video evidence then. Okay, that's when I recognize. Okay, yeah, this is corruption. This is corruption. Did someone? Yes, Crook's charges have been dropped. They dropped everything, and they're saying that's because West didn't go down there again. Now, West, there were people like trying to say, like, come at me, like, oh, Wes, your boy Wes failed. I'm like, when have I ever discussed Wes? Again, I put zero faith into Wes. Just like Ray Bone Crusher. People were like, oh, Ray Bone Crusher turned. When did I ever talk about Ray Bone Crusher? Like, I never put faith in those guys. Uh, primarily because John Cook, everyone. John Cook. I hope you're staying sober. With a name like Bud Light, I don't think you are, but I hope you are. But see, again, the mental illness, John has to come in and he has to talk. The smart thing is shutting up. The smart thing is shutting up. Um, but they currently don't have an attorney telling them to shut up. Silverman, I guarantee you, Silverman was telling them, shut the hell up. Not not now. What about the girls' case? No, that's a separate case. Separate. That's not in Levy Court. That would be in Sarasota because Sarasota has all of that. I'm gonna take a look. I'm not seeing any brief brief subject, brief please. Well, I'm talking about the stuff in Levy County. So apparently, I don't see the Instagram comments coming up. So I'm gonna leave Instagram up on here because I don't see the comments coming up in the thing. So I apologize, but we're talking about the case of Jeremy Hales down in Florida, and it's a really nasty case of two neighbors and local governmental corruption. Pretty much this whole case is blown open that Levy County, Florida is a very corrupt county. Nope, Levy and dropped. What are you saying, the case of the adoption? No, that would be, it's sealed by Sarasota County. That's who has it sealed. That's where that case would be. He has an Ohio attorney now, so he will file to get the Ohio case overturned. You heard it here. It's okay. Well, that's your prediction. Here's the thing: overturned. You can't get it overturned. Like you have the CPO, and that is, you're now past the point of appeal. You have the first contempt. You're now past the point of appeal for that, and so are you saying that they're going to appeal the second contempt? I don't see how you're going. No, no, no. The Ohio cases, okay, they can't be. Yeah, they can't really be overturned. They can try to overturn the second contempt because they're going to have 30 days from once the judgment's issued where they can appeal it. That's where you get things overturned. Uh, Now, will Attorney Martin want to pick up that fight? I think he's going to say, "You need to knock it the hell off and shut up." I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen because appeals take lots and lots and lots of money that they don't have. They do not have any money. This whole thing will be challenged. It's coming. Okay, well, I I welcome your legal analysis on that. I'm going to bring Secret Squirrel into the show. We got Secret Squirrel on. Hey,
Hey,
Secret,
Mike.
welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Uh,
Yeah,
so Levy County shows itself to be corrupt yet again. They could have prosecuted the case, but they're not going to.
there was actually evidence that Levy County Sheriff has that has not been talked about much, but it has been stated several times. Levy County Sheriff has evidence on that case, and Levy County just drops the case and closes it like nothing happened when there's actually evidence out there.
Well, John Cook, aka Bud Light, is in the chat. He's predicting that's all going to be overturned. Good luck, because like a lot of this stuff you can't overturn. And appeals cost. Okay, if your normal case, let's say with an attorney, costs $5,000, which is a very conservative estimate. Okay, your appeal is going to cost at least $15,000. I don't see these two getting $15,000 from anywhere. They would need a very big benefactor. I called it from the charges getting dropped on the West deal, and okay. Again, Levy County is corrupt, but the Ohio case, you can't overturn that, Bud Light.
And then also
Cook, I should say.
The charges got dropped, Wes could still go down there and submit his what do you call that statement?
Yeah, I don't believe they were dropped.
To get the charges re-going again.
Yeah, I don't think they, because they sometimes drop things with prejudice. I don't think that happened. So I think if he were to go down there, he could. But here's the thing. Again, it's a corrupt system. Even if he does go down there, they're not going to do anything. Okay, here's what I really think. I think a lot of the Levy County corruption is born out of laziness.
Check Bud Light's chat. He just kind of threatened somebody in chat. So
no.
Try to come back down.
No.
Yeah,
we got moderators in here, and they know pretty much it's got to be they have to be attacking somebody before they're kicked out. I'm not going to attack. I'm not going to throw people out of the chat just because they disagree with me, or because they disagree with somebody. It has to be an attack, and the moderators know that. But yeah, like even if he were to, okay. We know you're John Cook.
We already know that.
Yeah, we already know.
There's no way of hiding. We knew that for a while now.
Yeah, John, I already told him. You didn't threaten anyone. You can stay in the chat. In fact, I welcome the comments, because dig in that hole. It would be really smart for you not to be here. Like, I know the Silverman told you turn off, put down your phone, turn off your computer, walk away from it. That's what a smart lawyer says. And I will say, Silverman, I believe, is a smart lawyer. I think Sean Martin is a smart lawyer. And I think he's going to say, look, you just need to stop. You need to stop. I know that they were pulled in, by Shart and told, oh, yeah, they're not being allowed to give their side. We already know. What you should be wondering is, how do we know? That's what you should be thinking.
You guys think you're hiding from us? You're not.
But yeah, the even if Levy County, if Wes goes down there and gives his deposition or whatever, I forget what they call it, they're still not, like, they would do a slap on the wrist. He'd get maybe a small fine of like $250 in community service hours, because the corruption in Levy County, I truly believe, is born out of laziness. And I love talking conspiracy theories, but the truth is that most of your government is just lazy. They don't have this master plan. They like things just happen because they're incompetent and lazy. Um, Prove it. I'm not Cook. No, you are. But the thing is, I don't need to prove it. Why would I show you my cards? Why would I show my cards?
Yeah, we don't have to show you any of our cards whatsoever. We already know. That's all that matters.
Yeah, we know. And the thing is, like, we're comfortable in knowing.
Yep.
And here's the other thing: we're giving the two Lees something to talk about because I
And
know
that
that they're going to
reminds
talk
me,
about.
while saying that, this channel is copyright protected. Do not record anything from these live streams. Change or edit the footage. If you do, that is copyright and it will get a strike for copyright.
It's, again, if they do, just dig in that hole. Dig in that hole. Keep on digging. Uh huh. Sure. Cool, dude. Um, yeah. You should follow your first attorney's advice because it was actually sage advice. But yeah, but yeah, Levy County, they just keep showing that they're corrupt. I think it's born out of laziness because I've seen this happen with other groups, uh, or other cities, other towns. If they wanted to charge them, they would have paid for the victim to come down. Yep, yep. That's exactly how it's normally done. It's not incredibly hard. It's a travel voucher, and it's something like 75 cents a mile. So yeah, they pay for them to, or they'll pay for a train or bus ticket, which is also normally pretty cheap. But yeah, they would absolutely do that. Um, there's just no want there. There's no want to, and that's why I say the corruption is infectious. It's in the sheriff, it's in the DA, it's in the uh, Department of Children and Family Services, it's in
City
the
Hall.
victims advocate, it's
City
in City
Hall,
Hall,
too.
or not City Hall, but county, yeah,
County
county.
Courthouse. Yeah, I don't know why I said City Hall.
We've already had a judge who's been recused. He's going to have to be recused from another case. Like all this corruption, like, and that's why I laugh. People are like, "Your letters aren't doing anything." I never said my letters would do anything. Never said they would do anything. What they are doing is they're making many, many people aware, and
Yep.
those people are talking, and they are embarrassed. And for those who are elected, they're getting worried. They're getting worried. When you all write a letter and you reference this show or you reference What the Hales, they're like, oh crap, this is organization. This is an organized group. And we have our YouTube channels. We know that they've tried to get Jeremy taken down, tried to get me taken down. Hasn't worked. And it's not shutting us up. If anything, it's emboldening us.
By them doing that type of stuff, they're just digging their hole even deeper. Keep on
Absolutely.
digging. Keep on.
Absolutely. Can you
Like
take
you
it for a
need
few minutes?
you
I'm gonna
need
get something to drink real quick.
you need a cup with some dirt in it and a small shovel. You Mike will be right back, guys.
Okay, I'm back. Whoa, there we
Welcome
go.
back, Mike. Yeah, Mike, I think for next time, you need a cup with some dirt in it and just like a small shovel. So every time we say it, you dig a little bit
I,
out.
I'd like to dig with my bucket, but I got to poop in it.
Yes.
That is the craziest thing about this whole case is the fact that they're pooping in a bucket. That takes it from like okay, just a neighborhood thing to crazy.
Yes, very. Actually,
Trolls.
beyond crazy.
Oh, see, Linda Lou, I feed the trolls here because they can't affect me, and it makes them really, really mad. Like they
Yep.
tried to dox me this week, and all it did was give me their information. What they should be wondering is, how did he get this information? How did I get here? Hi, buddy. The dog's down here. She wants pets. I don't even
Can't tell you
know.
how he got it. That's oh gosh,
We
top secret information.
we have ways. We have people. That's the thing. Again, you know, for when corrupt officials do stuff, they might control their little thing, right? But what they don't ever realize is they're pissing other people off. There are people
Good
like
one,
myself.
Eric.
What
Must,
they must be
must be digging a latrine.
what they should do is, what was it, every 10 feet, a quarter of an inch drop, so then it actually moves the stuff away. Trolls are the best. Squid pro quo and I have so much fun. Oh yeah, yeah. That's that. Here's the thing: the trolls never bother me. I encourage the trolls. I encourage them. That they're just gonna get themselves mad. That was the thing. Like, when Slug was doing all his stuff, and he was mad. He was all mad, right? He said he wanted to have me to have a mental breakdown. I was not the one who had a mental breakdown on air. That was him.
Well, yeah.
Trust me. Y'all sent me the video. Oh, we got Flippin' Adventures and Mayor Dan in here.
Hey,
Nice.
flipping.
But yeah,
How are you tonight, flipping?
all these people who were tagging me like, oh, they dropped the thing. I'm like, okay. When did I ever say that? Like, I only referenced that as, oh yeah, one more thing. I thought it was funny. I really did think it was funny that he spent over a month in jail. Um, there's other stuff happening that's hilarious that we're not
Flip,
talking about.
flipping. How did whatnot go tonight?
Ooh, I want ice cream.
Ooh, ice cream sounds good.
Hmm. They closed our local ice cream place here, so now all I have is uh, uh, Cold Stone, Rite Aid, and like then all your McDonald's, Jack in the Box.
I don't. Uh, Dairy Queen, McDonald's. There is one ice cream place here, but it's like 2, 3 miles away from me.
I wish I had a Dairy Queen. Cold Stone is way too expensive. It's good, but just way too
Dairy
expensive.
Queen's about no, 4 to 5 blocks from me.
And I've been on a water kick. I drank a gallon and a half of water already today before this glass of water. So I've been drinking a lot, even though the weather here has been just beautiful. We did get some rain and we got thunderstorms out there right now. They're just not hitting here. So when they do hit here, I'll probably lose internet. Just FYI, everyone. But I'll make a post if that happens because
Yeah,
I'll still have internet on my phone, which is I always find that hilarious.
yeah. I think it was storming here earlier too, but I didn't look outside. Or it was cars going down the road.
But yeah, but and I tomorrow I'll probably read what the attorney general sent. It's very, very um, okay. Can, there we go. I just added someone to the block list and restream chat. You come in here attacking people. Sorry, you don't you don't get to talk. It's the way it is.
Ooh,
I normally give people a couple strikes, but that one was pretty bad, and it was a very personal attack.
I
Um,
didn't see it, so
are you guys liking the video of the map? I put another video of that up today. I got another one that's gonna come out next week.
the chat is kind of going by a little bit fast, so it's hard to catch everything.
Um, I'm trying to think what else is going on. The I was in Squid's uh, the last couple days in her chat watching the
Well,
Carly Gregg trial. That
we,
one's pretty interesting.
yeah, we still have 2 updates on the thumbnail case to go over.
Yeah, I just because it's late, I don't want to get into the things. I will probably be doing a stream in the morning where I will read. Um, I'll read the newest motion, and then also read the Attorney General's reply. The
Yeah.
Attorney General's their reply, it's very generic. You can tell it's just a form reply, which I'm not mad about that at all. Uh, most
Was,
people would be.
was it kind of good news though in the reply?
Oh no. It's just like a form reply is all it is. Um,
Oh, like the one you had before.
yeah, very much like the one I had before. But again, that wasn't the only person that got that letter. It also went to Governor DeSantis. It also went to the FBI Tampa office. Um, also went to Levy County Sheriff. Also went to Levy County Board of Supervisors. I think that's what
Yeah.
they're called. Um, so
Oh, what's
you
going
know,
to be interesting to see with the new case when the sheriff gets served his papers, what his replies are going to be.
oh yeah, and that's oh I see. Uh, Gypsy was in the Instagram. See, that's the thing. I got to go over here to read the Instagram comment. Meta owns Facebook and Instagram and cannot get these things to work. It just it's like one of the biggest companies and they suck. It's like here's what Facebook does or Meta does. They'll look what everyone else is doing and try to copy it and do it just badly. I you know, I will love the day that I get banned off of Facebook. I really will.
Aaron Litterman, I got a feeling the state's going to be stepping in real soon.
There's here's what I'll say. The letters, a lot of the lawsuits, a lot of these things, they're getting attention in other agencies. So these groups who think they're getting away with stuff, like yeah, they're getting away with it for now. And if they were smart, they would just stop. But
Yes.
a lot of them just kind of keep going, thinking that I control my little thing and we can keep this in house. Well, guess what? When other authorities start coming in, um, yeah, no, that's. I mean, just I'll use an example. Russ. Russ was able to control the Levy County or the Otter Creek Board, and he was able to do all of his corruption there in there. But the moment like there was a lawsuit, and now other people are involved. Oh, that had to go. Like Jeremy, had that lawsuit gone forward, Jeremy would have absolutely won.
Yeah.
So that's corruption. That's why I say like it will if wherever you're at, the smaller the town, the easier it's going to be to fight the corruption. And I know people are like, no, it's a small town. Trust me, people get tired of that stuff. What was the famous case? Um, there was a dude
Bud
in
Light, aka John, Facebook doesn't follow their policies whatsoever. They
oh yeah,
ignore most of their policies.
I'm looking up this guy's name because this was a very famous case. They have it. Okay, Ken McElroy. Ken McElroy lived in Lebanon, Missouri. and he was a guy who he threatened people, he bullied people,
I
he
know right
he
where that is.
he literally went to he was following this girl home from school, wanted her to be his wife at 14, literally threatened her dad and stole her away from her family. This guy was like he was so he kept getting away with things and kept threatening people, and the corruption kept going and going until finally a bunch of townspeople literally shot him like something like 20 sometimes, like multiple shooters from multiple different angles. And oh, I see, here's a Marine I served with. What's up, Big Noom? Multiple shooters shot this guy. They just pumped him full of lead. He died, and then no one would testify as to who the shooting was, who shot him. And that's what happens. So when in these small towns, when the corruption builds, people don't like it. And I'm not that's an extreme case, but what you'll eventually get is people banding together and rising up. It happens. I've seen it so many times before. All it takes is that one person just to be brave enough to say, no, I'm not doing this. And people will follow. It
Yep.
takes leadership. I'm laughing at some of these comments. We got 3 Canadians in here.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is so true, Flippin'.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. The hate eats them alive. The fact that I'm doing this live tonight, they hate it.
Yes.
they they were like at mentioning me today, and I've never really talked about John's case, not really, because again, it's inconsequential. I always thought that they're not going to really do anything to him. They're going to give him a slap on the wrist. Um, I said I hope they do something, but again, no faith there. And what you know, all these people were at mentioning me, and I'm like, uh, this is not really my deal, but okay. And like they were like, "What? No live stream?" Like I was like, "When do I do not ever really live stream at 2 in the afternoon my time."
No.
like like if it was something breaking news, and to me, I don't care about John, or at least this case of John. So that's not breaking news to me. The Ohio verdict, that will be breaking news to me if I find out how that goes.
Yes.
And the thing is, no one has to contact me. I don't have to go live to say that stuff. If Jeremy wants to, break that, that's all on him.
And the haters keep saying Jeremy's nonstop posting about all the drama in that. But yet, Jeremy, just 2 days in a row now, storage unit videos.
Right? Right?
Nothing about hate
I,
in them whatsoever.
I got told Jeremy's my master, and I was like, Jeremy told people not to make any phone calls. Jeremy doesn't tell me what to do. I make phone calls and I write letters. That's what I do. No one tells
Jeremy
me.
doesn't control anyone whatsoever but himself.
Skidmore, Missouri, not Lebanon. Okay, well, the thing I saw, it showed Lebanon.
I know where Lebanon is. I've never heard of Skidmore.
It's just small town. But I mean, that corruption will breed in small things. It'll take hold very easily, but it's also very easy to weed out. Now, corruption, like in New York, they just raided the police department. Like literally, the feds raided the police department in New York. That is systemic racism, or not racism, systemic corruption, guaranteed. And it's going to be very hard to weed out because it's such a big bureaucracy. It's a cancer, and you can cut some of it out, and it'll just grow back. You have to nuke it out of there. You got to do some severe chemotherapy.
Yeah, it's sad, Heather. No matter even if Jeremy posts a good video, they will have something negative to say about it when there's nothing to be negative to be said about it.
The haters are your biggest fans. I mean, we got haters in here. We got 392 people watching right now. 392 across all platforms, and that's not including Instagram, because Instagram isn't included in there. But this is saying that there's 0 people watching on Instagram. But again, I don't know how accurate this is because it's Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram sucks.
357 on YouTube.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, and we just
Here's my question for you haters. Okay, haters, listen here and answer truthfully. Why do you guys have to hate so much? That's what I'd like to know. Why do you haters have to hate so much? Answer that question,
what I
please.
love is when we look into them, what we generally find are uh, they are very similar to Lynette and John, where they're people with substance issues. They're people who have had accusations of child abuse, child neglect. In one case, a dude who came after me, who's still posting in favor of Lynette and John. The dude is the father of an Alaskan serial killer who tried to help cover it up. I cannot, folks, I
Ooh,
cannot make this stuff up. That's and then we had what's his name in Nebraska who was came in and started attacking everyone, and yeah, he's got a kitty porn conviction. It's like, really?
there's that one guy that starts an S that the magazines, the adult magazines, are what I'll say. You know who I'm
He
talking
just
about,
wants
Mike.
attention. He's just doing it because he's trying to build a brand. But again, just like Slug and just like the Lees, when you build a brand off of hate, you're limiting your growth. Absolutely
Yep.
are. Mr. Beast. I know he's getting a lot of criticism because he made some poor decisions. I don't think he should be canceled over that. But his videos are by far positive, and that's why he's been a success.
One thing talking about haters, okay, on the fake well, on a certain channel, they showed a certain document today that does not even exist, not even showing on the court docket site whatsoever.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It can still exist. Uh, there's a lot of reasons why stuff won't be on the court docket. So I'm not going to call it, you know, a non-existent document. I'm not going to do that. That's, for instance, when we had um, Spawn Trooper on here, and he was showing, the differences in the signature for Scott. That those are like, yeah, you can show that that's clearly doctored. That was written by someone not Scott. No one in Scott's office. I guarantee you,
Yeah.
everybody that works with Scott for Scott, they all know his signature.
Yep.
But again, that just makes them look dumb. It just shows that they've got a they don't have the world's greatest attorney.
Yeah. I wonder
Oh,
where
Milton Bed is watching
Spawn
us on
is.
Instagram. Everyone, go check out Mil2 Vet, MIL2, the number 2 vet. They've got a YouTube channel. They've also got an Instagram. Check them out. They're good dudes. Chris and Yogi over there doing good stuff. I like it when I catch their lives. They're a good couple of veterans, and again, they have a positive channel. They are it's MIL Max Lab. Uh, yeah, they've got a very positive channel. They're getting growth. I've seen them be able to grow. I do what I can to promote them, um, and they're gonna grow. They're absolutely gonna grow. As they learn this podcasting and YouTube thing, you know, it just like me. I had almost 3 years of content before I started getting noticed. Now, a lot of that content I did have big audiences for, just not on YouTube. Most of it was on Facebook through other networks. Um, I posted one video and ended up having more followers than all the hater channels that spend hours vomiting garbage. Right? I don't have plans for regular videos right now, but it's amusing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
And
guys.
here,
Everyone, please go subscribe to Flippin' Adventures. Her last video was very good and great. Please go subscribe to her.
and that's the thing, like, when you're doing this, if you are conscious about, okay, what does the audience want? You have to really put yourself aside and say, not what do I want. I'll control the content, but ultimately, when I'm thinking about what to do, I'm testing things out, and whatever the audience will like the map videos. Those map videos get a lot of attention for just a small little throwaway video. That's why I've got no problem doing them, because it's a way for me to celebrate you guys for following, and it's also a way for me to do a positive thing, not very long. It helps with my watch time and stuff like that. And you guys, I get a lot of comments in them, and that tells YouTube, put this in front of other people, and that's how it all happens. Is Hey there, military living conditions. Is that my friend Slumlord? Did you have to change your at name? I got some people on Instagram. So just so everyone knows, I've got my normal restream where Facebook, YouTube, and X are, and then on my other screen I've got Instagram, because Instagram wants to be special and not integrate.
Yeah.
Okay, you had to change your at name. That's funny.
Oh, did you work on the call thing, Mike, to get it on the soundboard?
So I was working on it in the morning. I was doing some things. I'm not. It has not worked yet. I might have to grab my other mixing board, and even then, I don't know if I'm going to figure it out this way. Um,
Uh,
so we do have a user who's very knowledgeable, and me and him were doing a lot of things back and forth. I think if I can't get it to work, I think I'll have to go with a digital solution, which may be possible.
okay.
Yeah, she'd have to. She'd have to. Um, Again, every time she fills out those things, like, I don't know if you guys noticed. Did you notice that her indigent status that she submitted this time was the same one that she submitted before? Did you guys notice that?
Yeah, it was. Everything
Again,
on it was the same.
laziness. Like, you're never, they're never gonna get ahead. Like, they keep doing the same dumb stuff over and over.
Yeah.
Oh, Gypsy's in both chats. Okay. Okay. Um, Biscuit Boy creeps me out. He's no one.
Awesome flipping.
He's struggling to become relevant. We got Ammo's girl. Welcome, welcome. Um, yeah.
Hey, Teresa, let's see. Hey, Star.
He's ruining biscuits for you. Maybe we should change the name of biscuits. Absolutely, absolutely. Flipping, you're 100% right. If I
Yep.
didn't have, if I didn't have my, oh, slumlords, you're dealing with a troll. You're dealing with a troll with a history of drug abuse. There you go. Um, yeah, if I didn't have my dash cam, I'd probably be in jail right now. I probably would. Um, you guys will eventually see that video. There's still legal things out there. The legal process. I know a lot of you guys get frustrated with these legal stuff and how long it's taking. That's normal. That is normal. The courts move so slowly. Yep. So okay, I do want to talk. There's another scammer out there. Slumlords, can I talk about our friend? There's another scammer out there, and oh my god, this woman, Lynette level crazy.
Good one, Sean.
That's what like. Okay, so her name is Amanda Jo Everhart. She lives in Illinois. She does GoFundMe's where she claims to be a veteran, or will claim that her dad's a veteran. Neither were veterans. She's just addicted to GoFundMe's.
Oh my,
And
that name sounds familiar.
yeah, Amanda Jo Everhart. And then she also does, yeah, she op shell shock. That's what she calls it. So she's got all these Facebook pages, right? Again, another crazy one who is all about Facebook. So if you
And a
see
well-known scammer.
do not. Here's what I'll tell you. This is our warning. If you see Op Shellshock or Amanda Jo Everhart, do not engage with that woman because she will literally try to affect your life. She got we're still trying to figure this out, but it looks like she got a military protective order put onto a soldier and did it under false pretenses, was literally pretending to be someone else. And why the command did it off of only emails, I don't know. Because I was a military officer. I would have said active duty have caught on to her. Yeah, she will try to intervene into your life. Um, and this is why I know people are always like, oh, this happened. You should do something. This happened. You should do something. It's almost always better just to sit back, wait, find out what's going on. Yeah. So what she did is she pretended to be slumlords. She used and was sending emails falsely accusing this soldier of stuff. So they put a military protective order on this soldier. And it's complete and total BS. Like the soldier never did anything wrong. Slumlords didn't request any of this. This is like same type of crazy, exact same type of crazy. And for instance, I have yeah, Velvet's like, what? Yep, yep. Stay away from her. And so she go. I don't know if it goes by Operation Shell Shock or just Op Shell Shock, but I've seen Op Shell Shock quite a bit. Yeah,
I think it's actually both, Mike.
she might go by both, but yeah, not a veteran. She'll say her dad was a veteran. Her dad was not a veteran. In fact, her dad was a registered sex offender. And again, lots of parallels. You see these things. Um, but yeah, and we've maybe we should bring some of her stuff into the Veteran Nation Facebook group just so people can start seeing for themselves the level of crazy. But this chick is nuts. People are like, how do these always find you? No, I actually do find them. They don't find me. I generally find them, but it's because a lot of people are like, have you seen this one? And
I
I'm like,
actually think Lynette is one of the craziest out there.
well, she's pretty crazy, but Amanda Jo is also pretty nuts. And the fact that she's gotten a soldier in trouble, I think is complete and total BS. That unit did not do their due diligence. I want to see this. We're in a spiritual war. Look what good is coming since Jeremy George started to bring out the demons. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. When you turn on the lights, the cockroaches scatter. they find me too. They do find me too. But I also, because of the show, I do like some of the drama. I like bringing some of this stuff because it's interesting to watch. You trust me. There's a reason
Yes,
why all these court cases that we watch these things. It's because it's interesting to watch.
it's very interesting. It's better than TV. Over the
I mean,
last, I'd say, basically a year now, I have barely watched television except for one show, Curse of Oak Island.
Oh, I actually like that show. We should do some Oak Island reaction shows. I do enjoy it. I
Yeah,
don't watch it as religiously as I used to. I used to really watch it, but last couple
I
years.
love it. I watch that show anytime when the new episode's on. I'm watching it or it's being recorded so I can watch it. It's got me drawn in so much. I'm hoping they find the treasure this year.
So I have someone who is a former family member of Lynette, has nothing to do with Lynette anymore, who wants to come on the show. Um, I may have them on the show. I haven't decided yet, but they have apparently Lynette has made accusations against a veteran before. And
Ooh,
again, I don't like to get into the whole crook Lynette. Like, I don't care what they do day to day. Today, I'll talk about, crook, them dropping all the charges because it talks about the corruption in Levy County. Again, I'm all about that. But whenever it's something with a veteran, oh yeah, yeah, that's absolutely falls
yeah,
into what this show
bring her
does.
on. Bring her on.
Well,
I think it would
I
be
gotta
good.
I gotta verify a couple things because again, whenever you do a show like this and people want to come on, and I've had this several times for the last several years, people find out that I have a platform. They want to come on and they do want to hijack the platform for their needs. And I'll give you an example. There's some people who've been like, you had this bet on, and they're stolen valor. And I'll start asking questions. It turns out they're not stolen valor. Maybe did they exaggerate some of their stuff? But maybe I can't say for sure yes or no, but you know, I put a lot of trust and faith when I do put people on. So I have to also verify some things.
Yeah.
If you're coming in hot, don't get mad at me if I say, okay, well, I would like to see a copy of your ID. I'd like to see a copy of something that shows that you served. Doesn't I'm not one of these guys who's like, I want to see your DD 214. If you're a veteran and someone demands to see your DD 214, do this to them. Do that to them. Anyone who says, I want to see your DD 214, I'm like, yeah, right here. You like it? Never show your DD 214 to someone who you're not like going to them for services or for help or something like that.
That brings up, that's just like a fact somebody posted on Facebook some personal information just recently.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But I mean, like people who, are like, that would be like someone saying, well, show me your birth certificate and your social security card. Would you ever do that? Of course not. You'd be like,
No.
no, I'm not doing that. But I will need some verification. I'm not saying I'm going to ask for all that stuff, but if someone's coming in, you know, they're coming in with accusations. I do have to make some, okay, I got to verify some things. And this person is claiming to be a former family member, so I'm going to need proof of that. I'm going to need some type of proof. I'm not going to say what type of proof I'll accept, but I will need that. But if they can prove that, come on the show. You're saying that a veteran was essentially demeaned. Let's let's get into this. That's all about this show. That's what we do.
Yes.
Um, yes, they did drop the charges against John Cook. Uh,
Yes, that's
that
been,
that it is confirmed they did do it. And again,
and
I
it's
wasn't
sad.
banking on those charges. It's Levy County. I,
I'm
I was
just
I didn't think they would drop the charges. I thought they would just give him a slap on the wrist. That's
I'm just hoping they don't allow him to have his weapons back.
uh Lisa, isn't it funny how when those other channels speak, it's not just that they aren't really knowledgeable, uh, but they'll also throw out a lot of accusations. A lot of accusations.
Yes.
What do you mean former neighbors? Did I miss one of your I'm gonna scroll up see if I miss something from Ammo's girl. If I miss your comments, I apologize. Uh, I'm trying to host the show, interact with the guest, and also produce at the same time. Gypsy's going to sleep. I don't blame you, Gypsy. It's late where you are. You can catch
Night,
us in the morning.
Gypsy.
I will probably be streaming in the morning. Your afternoon, your time. A lot of vets don't want to talk about their service. Very true. But we need to get them to talk about it because it's history. And as you see today, if you don't have the history recorded for people to see, people will believe anything. We got to, and the solution to people with lies and bad information is to put the real truth out there as much as possible. What is this one? They think because they're speculating in their opinion that they are off the hook.
They aren't.
There's things that they're doing. There's a couple of them that are straight up breaking the law, and that's why Bruce he said, "Oh shit," the other day. It's like, "Oh yeah, we caught that, Bruce." I don't watch, but people send it to me.
Yep.
I will not give them the views.
No. None whatsoever.
He brags about cleaning up Otter Creek. I would like to see him brag about his new fitness routine.
And really, if all us good people on the good side of things would stop watching that channel, don't even click on it. That would help cause them to stop. They'd get bored faster with what they're doing.
Gets me supposedly lawyer sitting on the other channels. Okay, that just shows you that the lawyer's not incredibly smart. Like, how many lawyers do you see do that?
Zero.
How many lawyers do you see? Yeah, you might see him do an interview, but you're not going to see lawyers sit on a live stream for hours. Like, and how much of a life do you not have to sit on a live stream for 6 hours?
DUI guy's a lawyer. He's at most, I've seen him the longest. He's been on live maybe 2 to 3 hours.
I've done a 7-hour live stream and I was asked to do it. And it was at we were covering an event and it was out here in California. I was
Nightmare,
nearby.
Dan.
So they asked, "You have a good night, Dan." So I was asked, "Will you come and be the host of this?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I had to block out my whole weekend. 2 days of 7-hour streaming. It sucked. It sucked. So how people can just sit there and just stream nonstop, I don't know.
Yeah.
We got 424 people. You all better be hitting the like, share, subscribe, all that stuff.
And another thing is, like, there's really nothing to watch. They're not showing anything that you can watch. Just their pictures. That's it.
Yeah, maybe I'll do some streams. If we can start getting the Amanda Joe Everhart stuff put into the Vet Nation Facebook group, maybe I'll start doing some streams about that. But again, if I start streaming about that, I know I'm going to get attacked. I know for a fact she's going to come after me. That's the thing. Like doing this, like when these channels do come after me, it's like, you don't think I was expecting it? Like this week, we doxed you. You didn't dox anybody. You fell into my trap, and now I got your dox. Oh, thank you for the $2, Brandis Abercrombie. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it here. We have memberships now, and anyone who joins to become a member, you're going to get a 5% discount to our merch store.
Yes, 5% off.
Oh yeah, there are people who hate watch, and that's fine. And they clip everything and they send it to me. Yeah. Here's one thing I'll tell them. Bruce is not your attorney. Okay? He's not your attorney. He is not looking out for your best interests. I'll just say that.
No, he's not. He's hurting your case more than anything.
I don't have my soundboard on tonight, so I can't I want to hit a couple of the things, but
And it's already been proven by a couple of the replies from Jeremy's lawyer.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love when there's emotion, they're like, "Oh yeah," and it's like, folks, I'll tell you this: when there's emotion in any of these cases, okay, a lot of times they're just motions. Like they're probably, and it goes for both sides. They have to do certain things to enter them into the court record. So a lot of times these motions that they put in, they know the judge is gonna overrule this motion. So don't get all wrapped up in these motions. This back and forth has to happen because it has to be a part of the court record. Because you have to always hedge your bets. If you lose in court, you want to have a good court record in your favor to be able to appeal. Well, if you didn't make a motion, if you didn't make an objection, guess what? The appeals court's going to be like, you had your chance, you didn't. Again, just like with the contempt in the first contempt in the CPO in Ohio, they had their chance to appeal. They had 30 days. They didn't do it. You're not going to get another dip at that well.
No.
What what was Ashley Smith offering? Oh, screenshot. Okay, screenshots. Okay. Thank you for that. That's when you guys do take screenshots or screen record things. I'm very appreciative when you send it to me, and I know others are appreciative when you send it to them. Because you never sometimes I'll get 3 or 4 people that send me the same thing. Sometimes one person will send me something and I'll be like, "Oh, I haven't seen this before." There was some stuff like that today that me and Squirrel we were going over. I
Yeah.
did see Squirrel that other people had identified that. I don't know if they're going to make a big deal of it. Hopefully they don't. We're making the planet aware. I love when Jeremy does that. I'm not trying to steal all his things. I just find it funny. The planet. Oh yeah, I get screenshots all the time, all day long. I, I do laugh when people are sending me stuff and they get mad that I don't reply. Here's the thing: I, I'm the type of person that when I see something, I will reply. So at least I might not give you the most. I might be like, okay, thanks. It'll be a very short text. Um, or a short, like a comment or something, whatever. It'll be very short, but I'm acknowledging, yeah, I did see it. Thank you. I'm not one of those people. If I'm not responding to you, I probably haven't seen it, or I probably didn't get it. So just
I
FYI.
even I've
Uh,
even received several screenshots, and it's most of them are stuff I've already seen.
oh yeah, yeah, and that happens. And I'm not mad when that happens. I do get it. People just want me aware. I'm happy for it. Just don't get mad if I haven't responded to you in a couple hours. Don't get mad at me. I, I'm probably doing something. And
Yep.
you got to remember, I'm out here in the desert. If I'm driving, I lose service all the time. So if I'm traveling around, you could be sending me everything. And I'm just, I'm like that meme of Tony Soprano. I'm a fool to do your dirty work. What size T-shirt do I wear? I'm extra large. I'm an extra large. Only because I probably should be a large, but a lot of things shrink, so I just always go extra large. If they're a little bit baggy on me, I don't care. I
For
will
me,
say that
I'm a large.
I I won. There's one thing. Okay, here's a tip for all the men out there, especially the ones military people get this, but for people who've never been in the military, men, find your local tailor and get your nice stuff tailored to fit you. It will look so much better. Women
So true,
understand that, men don't.
Lisa Heinz. I think I said that right.
What's that?
Lisa HEINTZ comment. That is so true.
Ha- That's for what the hell's haven't we both said and just started out bashing Lance. Well, again, you're gonna pretty much figure out really quickly which one's batshit crazy. Like,
Yeah, you don't have to view both sides to see what the
there are
actual
people
truth is.
there are people who think Jeremy's wrong on some things. I'll listen to him. I mean, any of the stuff that people are like, "Oh, he did this," I'm like, why should I care about that?
And
Um,
and when Jeremy's been wrong, he admits when he's wrong.
have a good night, Belinda.
And
Yeah, and
no one is perfect in this world. The only
I go
perfect person in this world is God.
I go back to, and and I hate that we had to see all that with Jeremy and his son, but at least we could see Jeremy's response, which was loving. It told me that, and Jeremy had said that he was under the care of some type of special therapist or counselor or something, but he's getting help. Okay, he understands this is stress. It's going to affect me in a certain way. He understands that, but he's getting help. Lynette, she doesn't need a lawyer. She needs a freaking therapist. That's what she needs. Her and John both need therapists. Instead, they're
Uh,
looking for lawyers and donations.
Leone, that's wrong when you say certain things that are against free speech.
Lynette can comment. She's got a First Amendment right, but she can also she's dumb for doing it because she can also incriminate herself.
Yeah,
And
there's
as we saw in the deposition, she has a fundamental misunderstanding of what the
and
Fifth Amendment is.
with her Ohio CPO that's on her state, she cannot mention Jeremy's name, mention
Yep.
neighbors, mention anything like that, even YouTube. If she does, that's breaking the CPO.
Yep. Yep. All those phone calls to the sheriff,
Yeah,
they can be used against her.
and I think Jeremy's already stated they are going to be used against her.
Hmm. Yep. Yep. And the thing is, she gave that. Like, that wasn't Jeremy doing anything to her. She gave that all to him.
Yep.
This is why, when I was in the military, you always get what we call our shitbirds. And those are the special cases who you spend 90% of your time on, right? They're the ones that you end up kicking out of the military.
I need to mute my mic for a sec. I need to run the
Sure, go
restroom.
right ahead.
I'll be right
And
back, guys.
I always had Marines who would get mad when I wouldn't try to nail those guys to the wall. Because when you try to make a special case out of someone, what you're really saying is that the process doesn't work. That's what you're saying. You're telling everybody the process doesn't work. No one's going to have faith in the process. So I never tried to treat anyone special. I always tried to, nope, we're gonna do these things. We're gonna do everything by the book, because then eventually those people, they do it all on themselves. You either give them enough rope to pull themselves up or enough rope to hang themselves. Most times, sadly, they hang themselves. They always think they're smarter. They think they're getting one over, and they're not. Just like I did the video the other day of the sergeant major.
Okay,
There's
I'm
a
back.
Marine Corps. Okay, there's a Marine Corps sergeant major right now in the brig. He beat the crap out of his wife. Here's what I'm going to tell you. When they start really doing the investigation and looking seriously into this guy, here's what they're going to find. There were red flags all over the place. There's probably actually all their investigations too. But because there was no one there to say, okay, we're just going to go through the process and hold this guy accountable, because that didn't happen, he was able to keep getting promoted and you know keep moving up until it became such a big problem that now they've embarrassed the whole Marine Corps. And I
Now,
did a joke video on it.
talking about the hanging rope thing, Lynette JC and a few channels have hung themselves already. Now they're just digging their own hole deeper and deeper.
Flipping, you're absolutely right. Jeremy has a case. He's got a federal case or a state case, whichever one he wants to, against Levy County for not following Florida law, and just letting this stuff go, like the attacks, the threats on him. It will come. He will be victorious in the end.
Yes.
And at that point, he's going to take money from the state. All these people are like, Jeremy's not going to get any money. He's going to eventually get money from the state. I guarantee it.
Yes.
Because the state is not doing its job. Had they done what I expected, and that was just give John Cook a slap on the wrist, the state would not. Then they wouldn't be liable for anything. It would be like, well, they did this, they held them accountable, but they didn't do that. I was expecting them to just give a slap on the wrist, like community service, something stupid. But again, it's corrupt. They think they think outsiders are going to tell us what to do. Well, guess what? They are. It's going to be the federal system, most likely.
Yeah.
I'm going to end this stream here very shortly. We've been going an hour and 20. I don't want to go too long.
Yeah.
Ammo
It's already
can box pooper.
almost 12:30.
Rescue residents. I love that. I'm a le bouquet pouper. Because, yeah, in this case, this woman down in Florida, Lynette, she literally has no plumbing. They poop in a Home Depot bucket with a toilet lid on top of it. It is so gross.
And major electrical problems.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. There's no working plumbing. There's no working it's working electricity. And
One thing I
I
don't understand is why would you have an electrical cord laying across the ground, sitting in a hole of water, plugged in? That's dangerous as can be.
It's funny because someone mentioned, are the water turtles still there? Because they did in the one video they didn't see their enclosure. It looks gone, and we can't ask Flippin to go check on it because now she's been trespassed from the property.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is gross, and her attorney gets very mad that this is up here, and it's like, have you thought about talking to your client about not pooping in a bucket? If I reach through the screen to release the beard, so it's I don't have any. There's nothing on it tonight. It's just the hair. But I was wearing things and I had it kind of tight today, so that's why it's still like that. My mom hates it. She hates, but she doesn't like it because of the gray. I look older. If I When I shave it, and you can look at the videos that I've got of me clean shaven, I do look younger. You can make me go back to that portal to hell. I don't know how you guys did the smell. I can only imagine how it smelled. And I grew up in Ohio where there's lots of dairy and chicken farms, which those smell bad.
Good one, Flippin.
Weird, but I would like to get this long enough to where I can braid it. We're not there yet. Rob doesn't agree. He said he was staying neutral. Who's Rob?
Second
Is that
Sense. Second Sense, where they do AA, where they used to do AA on Thursdays.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I mean, that's respectable.
Yeah.
Sent me something on Messenger. Okay. I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Whoa, whoa.
Jim Girl, you
Yep.
can find that about anywhere, even at Walmart.
Here, I did a screenshot of this just so people know. Okay, there we go. That's the bucket she's pooping in.
Yep.
Isn't that gross? Isn't that gross? And her lawyer cares about me having that. Talk about missing the forest for the trees.
They're gonna, if they're ever off that property and that property does sell, they're gonna end up having to bulldoze and then use some strong chemicals to sanitize that property, and then put new dirt down
What's
before they
funny,
can even build anything on it.
they keep fighting all this stuff, and like eventually all this stuff about Harley is going to end up in the courts. Then it becomes a matter of court record, a matter of fact.
Yep.
And that's when people are really going to intervene, because once that stuff is proven or given as evidence in a court of law, good luck.
Well, I think it's kind of was not smart them her putting Harley on this new court case whatsoever.
Um, that was for money. That was for money. I do see Bruce's strategy on some of this stuff, and it's not a bad strategy. I don't think he's the smartest lawyer, but I also don't think he's the dumbest. Like, he's not a complete idiot. Um, I just like I understand his strategy. I just think his methods are wrong.
Yeah, Star.
Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping this up. I will probably be back in the morning.
What time are you thinking?
I don't know. The morning ones always go by how the morning's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been on earlier tonight, but I had a long day at work today. I was
Oh, that
doing a lot of
happens.
different stuff. I came home and I took a nap. Had to take a nap. I'm like a child. Got to recharge.
Yeah, guys, please do not forget to subscribe to Flippin' Adventures.
Yep.
She
Go
doesn't
give
always post content, but please subscribe to her, show her some love.
exactly, Eric. Exactly. Where are they disposing it? Probably in those holes where they claim the Hudsons were dumping poop. I still can't believe that was an issue,
Yeah,
right?
that total waste of taxpayers' money for the sheriff's office.
Well, folks, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. You can always join, become a member. You can also go to veterannationfoundation.com, buy some of our merchandise. By buying the merchandise, you are supporting us. A small chunk comes back to us, and we are then able to help a lot of veterans out there. So, please keep supporting us. We do appreciate it. Let us know. Keep giving us your comments and everything. We love hearing back from you guys. And
And I want
let
to
me know. What's up?
personally thank all the veterans out there. Thank you for your service. Thank you for serving our country, current military, anything, and all veterans all over the world. Thank you.
And so just make sure you leave us some comments. Let us know what kind of merchandise you want to see us create, because there's actually quite a big gamut out there that I can do.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I thank you guys for joining me. I know this was a pop-up one. We went a little bit long.
And thank
I
you guys
expect it to
for
be
coming out
shorter.
tonight and watching.
And thank you, Secret Squirrel, for coming.
Yes. Also, think before you post stuff. Think about, is it going to hurt somebody's feelings or not? Think about that before you actually post
Don't tell me
something.
then I'll stop trolling. I
Not
don't want
telling
to.
you, Mike, but you know who I'm telling. So,
But everyone, thank you for joining us. And as usual, thank you for being worth serving.